In 2019, the City of Stockton received $6.4 million in funding from the state under the Homeless Housing Assistance Prevention Program, referred to as HAP. These funds have been provided to agencies such as the Housing Authority, nonprofits, and community-based organizations. The Housing Authority is one of 12 organizations that receive funds from the City of Stockton. Organizations that receive funding are directly engaged in the important work of moving homeless individuals, veterans, seniors, and families into permanent housing and ensuring they maintain that permanent housing. Landlords receive incentives such as deposit assistance, utility and repair funds, rental application fees, and even leasing bonuses. The Housing Authority is seeking landlords with homes to rent. If you are a landlord, we urge you to contact the Housing Authority, County of San Joaquin today to learn about these incentives and rental assistance available to you.
First of all, I just want to thank my council colleagues. I would invite them to join me up here as well. Councilmember Dan Wright, Councilmember Paul Canepa, Councilmember Kimberly Wormsley, and Vice Mayor Christina Fugazi. We're all here representing the City of Stockton this morning for this press conference. It's important for all of us to understand that Stockton has been impacted by the housing shortage throughout California.
These programs rely on the private rental market to connect on low-income households to stable housing and often unable to serve the mission when landlords are unwilling to rent these deserving families in most competitive housing markets in San Joaquin County's history. The Landlord Voucher and Incentive Program is a common sense solution that will provide property owners the support they need to offer housing to low-income individuals who have a reliable government subsidized voucher to pay rent each month. With all of this assistance, we are hopeful that landlords can help do their part and help get people off the streets and placed into secure, affordable housing.
Federal, state, and local governments are stepping up right now. San Joaquin County and the City of Stockton have put a lot of resources into the area of trying to address homelessness, specifically over the past 1 or 2 years, and our local leadership deserves a lot of thanks for that and a lot of credit. But our local leaders can only do so much, and our housing authority and our nonprofits can only do so much without the partnership of the private sector. We have rental assistance that we could end the homelessness for literally hundreds of people in our community, including families with children, including veterans, including chronically homeless residents. But we need the partnership of landlords to do it, because our landlords are the ones who have the units to rent.
Based on where someone's apartment is, we have what's called a voucher payment standard. So a 1-bedroom is, can pay $1,000 a month. A 2-bedroom can pay $1,700 a month. Depending on where they are in the county, we try and meet the market where the unit would be. Again, there's a leasing bonus, there's a bonus for unit repairs. So again, we're trying to meet the market, but again, with some upfront money to get people into units. As I know, landlords have choices in whom they rent to. It's not a take-one, take-all program. We're not suggesting landlords don't do diligence. You can do the same suitability you do with a voucher holder that you can do with any other renter. What I am saying is that you have a partner who's going to make sure that 70% of the rent is paid on time. It's a pretty good partner. It's a pretty good chance to take. So, and if every landlord's affected by unsheltered homelessness in this community, not to mention the moral argument that we want to bring people in under roofs, we're hoping that people consider this program. But we have a shortage of about 24,000 affordable units based on incomes in San Joaquin County. So we spend a lot of time talking about production, we spend a lot of time talking about solutions, and there are people that are working diligently on increasing multifamily. But I think one of the things that I think about is that the state of California is going to have to start to get housing friendly. That we need density, we need multifamily, we need housing of different types. We've done adaptive reuse, we've done manufactured, we've done ground up construction that we're proud of, but the reality is that we have to simply get housing friendly in California if we're going to move the needle on unsheltered homelessness. We have a landlord hotline, we have an email address, we want to be business friendly. We want to make sure we're making this commitment to landlords. The Housing Authority puts about $45 million of rental assistance into San Joaquin County every year. The reality is it could be more. So if we have this opportunity, I think we have to make sure that everyone's aware of the program. And again, I'm incredibly grateful that we have our electeds here to beat the drum, that we have an opportunity to bring people into housing.
What we're talking about here is we're talking about individuals, we're talking about families, we're talking about people who have stories. And I can speak for my office, and I'm sure several of my colleagues' offices. They've received phone calls from family members, from individuals who have housing choice vouchers, but they simply need a place to go. They need one of the most basic and fundamental essentials in life that you need to survive, and that's a stable roof over your head. So my appeal, my call to the landlords within the city of Stockton is I challenge you to make that visible difference, because when you open up your property to somebody who has a housing choice voucher, you're opening up your property to a family with a story that is not only going to prevent future homelessness, but you're going to change the lives of those children that are in that home. So as far as I'm concerned, the risks that we were mentioning earlier, it's been mitigated tremendously through the incentives that are being provided through the collaboration with the county, with the city of Stockton, and with the housing authority. So I implore every single landlord in our community to take another look. This is a tremendous opportunity to make a visible difference in our community. Thank you.
Our collective goal is to provide not just housing, but homes that are affordable, sustainable, permanent housing solutions for individuals and families in Stockton. The best solution is to prevent homelessness. Safe, affordable, and accessible housing is a key component of our strategy. By all working together on our shared goals, we continue to make strides toward a regional system of care to address homelessness in Stockton. Reach out today. Programs and funding are available to help with housing-related needs.